Good morning. Welcome to the Twisted Wrister Semi-Final Game 1. 8 a.m. here in the Ice Ranch in Littleton, Colorado. This is Hank Jenkins. I'm joined today by Bradley Scott.
Good morning, Hockey World.
And today the Screaming Eagles face off against the Just Plain Eagles. They normally go by Heritage High School, but club season here in the fall, so Screaming Eagles set to take the draw. J.D. Packard, he's got Connor Politi to his right, Lucas Scott to his left. Mackinnon and O'Donnell on D. Scott fires a puck in hard, cross corner. Packard heavy in pursuit. Good step by Mackinnon there to turn that Heritage attack back. Excuse me, Eagles attack back. No icing. Mackinnon had a shot at it. O'Donnell works his way around the stripes to try to get to that puck. Mackinnon trying to work it out of trouble. Silver Eagles hammer one from the point. That's tossed up by Scott, but not out. Been a little bit of a pattern so far in the early going this season. The opponent's D-men have really been quite comfortable at the point, able to stand there, get half-hearted attempts at clears and throw them back in. There was another one. Maybe a third. Oh, we get the bounce. We're going to get a change here. Jenkins comes off the bench. Dawson Charles, Landon Green. Puck's hammered into McKinnon's corner. Got Lucas Jordan in the pipes today. He stops that puck, hands it to Jenkins. Jenkins trying to force it out, gets it out across the line. O'Donnell moving towards it. Silver Eagles have to reset, give us a little time and space. Dawson Charles steps around the pressure. Great feed to Green. He's got Jenkins. Oh, can't quite connect. Just past the stick of Jenkins. Jenkins collects it, tries to find Charles. He's got Jackson King tapping it down. Dawson Charles takes some contact. Good job bodying by Landon Green. Dawson turns and fires. That shot's kicked down by 14 on Silver. Eddie Chen holds up that red line nicely. That allows Jackson King to go back and collect the loose change. Throws it around. Here comes Jenkins. 1-on-2. Getting a lot of business. Almost works his way to the net. Green fires one on. Puck's loose. Chen with it. He fires it on net. That's turned aside. Jenkins on the back check, lays a little body on the Heritage bench. Chen picks it up. Here comes Jackson King. Little stick handle. Feathers it down for Chen. The two defensemen holding down the fort while the forward line changes. Got the Hirschfield line out. That's Ronan with it. Tries to find Maddox Charles. Maddox Charles wins that foot race. He circles the zone. Backhand sauce over to Sorensen. He's got Ronan in front. Rebound there, dangerous play. Ronan couldn't quite locate that puck, or that's in the back of the net. Nice little touch pass to Sorensen, who's cut into the net. Another save. Sorensen with it. Screaming Eagles. He walks to net front, tries to go short side high, and has it flip over his stick a little bit. Good job by Austin Donaldson to hold the line. He's out there with Fisher. Silver Eagles still trying to flip it out, and finally they do, and that should go for an icing. I guess they gave him that 7-foot margin. Here comes Maddox. He sidesteps a check. Gabe Fisher coming in hard. Good to see Gabe up.
Gabe and brother Elijah on defense.
Yep. Well, Gabe had a nice tryout, and he's obviously a kid with some size and athleticism, and having watched him last year, you know, he's worked on his game, and he's gotten bigger and stronger, so an easy call-up for Coach Gwozdecki when we're a little light at forward today. Mackinnon with it, works it down low. That's Max Sutter in pursuit. Going to be flanked on the left side by another call-up, Carson Deep. Good to see him up as well, getting his feet wet with the big club. Here's O'Donnell looking confident. Took it into some dangerous ice, got a little lucky to get away with that one. Mackinnon skates it out of the way, now he's on the attack. Nice job by the young forward deep to recognize that's a defenseman on the rush and stay back and cover. Good job by Fisher to cut off that breakout, send it in deep. Silver Eagles, that should be an ice. That's going to be waved off as well. Not here to criticize. I guess we're going to just have a little bit of a buffer zone there, which is fine.
I think it hit a stick on the far side there. Looked like it changed a little direction.
All right. Politi in pursuit. Lucas Scott out there with J.D. Packard, Eddie Chen, and Jackson King on the point. Screaming Eagles look to be kind of dictating play so far this morning, which is nice. Did not have a great start on Saturday morning with our early start time, but seem to be a little more awake today. Feet are moving. Politi handles it. Nice job to kind of tuck it back and flip it up. There's Jenkins putting a lot of heat on.
A hook called on Andrew Jenkins. First call of the morning by the referees.
Good head of steam. Feet were grinding hard. Just, you can get away with a little tug, but when the other guy goes down, you're going to end up in the box probably. So that's what we saw there.
It's nice to see a four-man system out here on the refereeing this morning. That always helps see things better than when they put it on the shoulders of two.
That's right. Actually, 3 men, 1 woman. Got Maddox, Charles Killen with Ronan, and Elijah Fisher, Austin Donaldson. That's gonna almost work its way to Maddox Charles for an offensive opportunity. No such luck. Fisher takes off, calls off Donaldson, tries to leave it for him. He gets some pressure, but he's able to rim it around all the way down. Bradley, I've already seen it early, and I like it, but sometimes when we're killing these penalties and you have Maddox Charles and Ronan and Green and Jenkins and some of these guys that can cause problems offensively, all his weight was on his right leg, anticipating a play to the middle. He got that play, quick athletic push over, gets the big left pillow out and covers it up. All right, Mackinnon, Chen, Lucas Scott, Landon Green. Lucas Scott comes out, pressures the pass. Green back across. Scott keeps his man wide and high. Same again. You let him live out there, Bradley, but you don't want him working it into the high slot or getting to the center ice position with that puck. Shot was away, and here comes Lucas Scott in a foot race. Had net, but player fanned on it. We'll take that break. Who's got a head of steam. He goes inside out. Puck ends up down in the corner. He chases it. Tries to come out with it and does. Maddox throws it down to Sorensen. Green will go for a change. We should see Hirschfield, and we do. Fisher, nice pick by Ronan. Good recognize. Good IQ. Look at the length there. Almost pulls that puck back.
How muscled that guy.
Well, when your stick's taller than me, it helps. Fisher playing the one-on-one. That was offsides. Well, Bradley, that's the age-old adage of going east-west and stick handling before you cross the blue line. They try to dole that out as a coach when you're a squirt, but a lot of kids don't ever.
Number 22, Hogan David there. We've watched him grow up playing over the years, Hank.
I think we taught him that a while ago.
Didn't teach him that east-west.
I'll tell you, his winger didn't help him, though. He didn't go east-west too much. But anyhow, Fisher was Sutter. And, Carson Deep. Mackinnon battles below. He's got O'Donnell with him. Puck's poked away nicely by Fisher. He hesitates, tries to feather it up to Sutter, can't get it to him. Now O'Donnell with a little bit of room to skate it out of danger. deep with it. He collects on his backhand, makes a tape-to-tape pass to Fisher. Sutter chops at it. Silver Eagles throw it deep. They win the foot race. O'Donnell gets there though and pokes it through to deep. He battles. Fisher's in there. Mackinnon skates it out of there until that Jenkins penalty. I guess I'd be on his case a little bit, but he was moving his feet hard. Just got a little exuberant there.
Yeah, had a little size on that guy too, so you get that weight. Person goes down pretty easily.
Yes. All right, there's Dawson Charles. Oh, dangerous little feed to the front. Nice job by Chen, but I don't think he kept it in. So we're gonna have to clear the zone here. And we do. That puck goes through the Heritage winger. Puck's chipped up by King. That should be off, and it is.
Thought I saw the linesman on the far side throw his arm up.
There's referees everywhere out here. I'm glad somebody saw it.
I was watching the young lady in the orange bands there, but that's not her call. So that's
no, there was a fourth ref hiding over by the Screaming Eagles bench. All right. Jenkins wins the draw. King with it. Throws it over to Landon Green, gets it back. Puck's bouncing around a little bit. Here comes Jenkins. He's got a head of steam. If he can get the edge, it's trouble. Nice poke check by the Heritage D-man. Uh-oh, I'm getting some text here. Apparently our audio is well ahead of our video.
A lot of buffering.
Audio is ahead of video by a fair margin. Is there a reset we can make?
Our owner of Shaw Hockey Productions is watching, keeping an eye on things this morning. There's a sync mechanism they use on these broadcasts.
Oh, we can keep talking. Maybe they'll get it fixed.
The
Maddox Charles. The net front. Fisher collapses and tries to hammer that rebound. He had Hirschfield in front, drawing three men and causing all kinds of problems. A little bit of a dangerous setup. Aggressive goaltending by Jordan. Made that decision a split second late, but it worked out. Now here comes great hustle from Packard. He seems to have had his Wheaties this morning. Great pass to Scott. Puck's loose. Lucas had a tough time gathering and shooting there, but he still got it onto the net, and Politi had a chance to bang it in, but just couldn't find it. Chen pinches, does battle, seals off the boards with his right skate. Silver Eagles come out with it. Look at the speed and the skating from Chen right there. That was Hogan. He didn't have a chance. Chen ran him down before he even got past the red line. All right, Landon Green hunts the man. Oh, takes a wave at it. Coach Jenkins doesn't like that. That's a body all day long in my book. Well, we got the icing, and I heard Coach Gwozdecki's waving him over. Apparently you can't do the flyby. You can't wave at him, let him go by, and then give him an easy pass. That's
we know no. Green's not afraid to put the body on somebody.
No, that surprised me.
He doesn't pull out usually.
Dawson harassing his man here. Forces the puck loose. Takes the body. Drew's going to cut that off. They were able to throw it out on a pass he has. He floats it in. Looks like we get the extra 5-foot buffer for the icing. Like to see him make that decision a little closer to Maddox Charles. I can tell by the number of white jerseys that are chasing him around when he's got the puck. Can't watch him all day though. Here comes Maddox on cue. Puck's direct. That's Gabe Fisher battling hard. He comes loose with it. Gives it to Jackson. Throws it back down. That's off the official. Tip back out. King with it. Takes a look at what he has. Nice. Dangerous, but it was good. Chen asserting himself, just loses his handle there on the backhand move. He sends it back. Here comes Chen again now. Packard tries to find Eddie in the slot, ends up on the stick of King. Sutter now working it along the goal line. Fights off some contact. Fisher now, big strong sophomore. He's working his way around. Good job there.
Carson.
Yep, Carson deep. Deep in pursuit, he sends it to Sutter. Wheels it back around. Great recognition by Jackson King. I love the way he's playing so far this season. I'm impressed.
Absolutely.
His decision making, his puck handling, skating. He's stepping up, trying to fill some shoes from last year and doing a good job so far. Landon Green has joined the play now. Sutter tries to tap it by his man, can't. Towards the end of your shift, you got to make sure that puck gets out. Good job, smart play. Lucas Jordan probably could have let that shot go, but recognizing that we're scrambling a little bit.
Get a break, get a line change.
Yep, takes the whistle, helps the Screaming Eagles get out the rest of the Jenkins line here. So
it's fun to watch, like you were saying, Jackson King playing huge in his first year up on this team, but seeing the little, like, how fast the space closes at this level. He knew where his D partner was, looked, went and did a no-look pass, and in that time somebody had stepped in between. And it still worked, but
yeah, it was close, but he got it.
The space you have has gone very quickly at this level.
I would say it's barely been noticeable with him, if at all. He's seen enough varsity to be able to handle the space. Jenkins, nice job to try to steer it out of traffic. A little too much stick handling though. Gotta try to move that up. I hear Coach Gwozdecki hollering. I think probably would have liked to have seen Drew poke that puck ahead to, I believe it was Dawson Charles, but tried to stick handle one extra time. And
Dawson was tied up over here on the boards giving Hogan David the business.
No, I guess it was Green he had cutting, but that's definitely been one obvious thing I've seen so far is in our own zone where we've got wingers going down into the corner, throwing it up the boards to where they're supposed to be. And we've also not always recognizing when, you know, that 10 feet before the blue line in your own zone, pretty important you get that puck over the line one way or another. Getting a technical update here.
Hopefully the
I'm
audio
told we're
and
back
video
in sync. I feel my phone.
Yeah, and whoever sent in the initial.
I am told we're good now.
It's okay now.
So, as I was saying, I think one of the things you'll see from the Screaming Eagles club as we go along, under the tutelage of Coach Gwozdecki, will be we'll be a little less careless with that puck. We'll advance it over the blue line one way or another, and you know, prevent some of these opportunities that we've been given away so far in this tournament by keeping ourselves pinned into the zone. You know, I anticipate we'll see Coach will introduce some stretch plays and things like that to pull these D-man off the point, because they, you know, so far in the season, the other team's defensemen have been able to set up shop at the blue line and just continually hammer pucks back into the zone, and that's not sustainable.
And it's not happening so much this morning. They've had a few good rebounds, but nothing like we were seeing with some of those other teams earlier in the tournament.
All right, we got Packard, Lucas Scott, and Connor Politi. McKinnon with it, fires it across. McDonald, tape to tape. Politi chips in deep. Nice play there. Good hustle, good skating out of Packard. Finishes the body on two guys. Uh-oh. Woo. I like the decision there by Lucas. He stumbled, but he still recovered and made the play. Makes the fans a little nervous, but it worked out. O'Donnell leans on his man. He tries to knock it loose to Politi and can't. Silver Eagles setting up shop a little bit in our zone right now. Here comes Packard. He's going to skate it. Fans on the pass, but gets away with it. Lucas Scott back to Packard. Fires it ahead for Scott. He's been skating well so far this tournament. Tries the drop pass to nobody and sends the Eagles back the other way. That's a play Lucas just needs to work it down into the corner and buy time to get the Charles line out. They're out there now, applying some pressure.
He turned and saw his line changed and wasn't sure what to do.
Yeah. When in doubt, just keep it outside of the rink. Pin it on the boards and buy some time. Eddie Chen regroups. Tries to work towards Sorensen. He got jumped pretty quickly there. But Maddox floats it up. Sorensen trying to collect. Hirschfield taps it ahead. Knocks it out of midair. Good hands by Ronan there. He throws it in deep. Now he's going to go to work. Good to see all 6 foot whatever of Ronan on the forecheck. That's not going to.
Oh.
Good feed. Maddox, Charles to Hoyt Sorensen for the one-timer. Goes wide. That puck bounces over the stick of Jackson King. Eddie Chen's there. Stops in the snow in front of the Silver Eagles bench. Landon Green in pursuit. And looks like we'll get an icing out of that one. Wasn't sure if that hit King, but one of the 4 officials decided it did not. And so we'll get an icing. So we got Fisher now. Donaldson with the Jenkins line. Just Landon Green to his left and Dawson Charles to his right. 14:45 to go in the second. About 6 minutes before we'll take that Zam break. Jenkins wins it clean, but it gets by Fisher. Now we got a foot race between 2 Heritage players, our goalie and Donaldson. Lucas Jordan wins that foot race, throws it out of harm's way, hustles back to the net. Now Jenkins will skate out with it. He spins out of trouble, avoids the referee. Green swoops in to take it. He sends it to Fish, slides it over to Jenkins. That plays onside. Timing just a hair off there. Drew had a good head of steam, but he had to hold up. Good job by Fish to take that puck away. Green, Donnie tries to hit Jenkins. That's in his feet. It's going to come loose. The Silver Eagles try to work it up. Good gap, good recognition by Donaldson there. That shows me he's getting comfortable with the pace out here. Have the confidence to be up ice like that and intercept that pass. That means he's not sagging. Here comes a 1-on-2. Toe drag into a snapshot. That's sent to the corner by Donaldson. Fisher battling, he comes free. We got some numbers here if we can get it clean. Here comes Dawson. Inside out move, circles, feeds the front of the net, gets it back. Looking for help, throws it to front again. Puck's loose. Good job by Landon Green to chip it deep. He's getting tripped up a little bit, no call. But he gets up, presses some body. Drew fires into a big boy there. Green tries, is that who that is?
Liam Lacey, number 13.
Number 3 rips it, that's Fish. Jenkins wins that race, wins that puck. Tries to step around the second guy. Dawson does. This line's buzzing right now. Jenkins will get a change. Out comes Gabe Fisher. Landon Green still in pursuit. Coach Gwozdecki hollering for a change. Fisher with a high stick, but the next man to touch it was wearing white, so no whistle. Nice little fake by Fish. He's got Sutter. Didn't find him in time, but he does hit a wide open Jack Mackinnon with a shot on. That's directed wide. Sutter battles down there with Fisher. Fisher kicks it to, man, I'm having trouble.
Carson Deep.
Carson Deep. Thank you, Bradley. I need another cup of coffee. And looks like the white team's just going to be happy to take the ice.
Yeah, when you said
if the Deep grandparents are out there, I apologize. We've had a lot of turnover, a lot of call-ups already. It's been a jumbled lineup almost every single game, but starting to settle down here. So we've got the Hirschfield line out. Maddox, Charles, Hoyt Sorensen, Eddie Chen, and Jackson O'Donnell. Tricky shot there, handled well by Lucas. Eddie Chen, Sorensen, good tape-to-tape pass with Maddox. He's got Hirschfield and a head of steam with him. O'Donnell thought about it, Decided not to, but Hoyt got there. Great feed from Maddox to Ronan. Dangles by one guy. Maddox. Great chance there for the Hirschfield line.
Between Hoyt and Hoyt Sorensen and Maddox Charles right there, I can't believe there wasn't a goal.
It's a great little feed to Ronan, who beat his man. Got a shot on. The rebound goes right to Maddox. He steps around a guy and unfortunately puts it in the glove of the goalie. But keep up this pressure, we'll get one. Coach Gwozdecki imploring Hoyt to get on his horse and play some defense. Hirschfield down, battling in the corner, lifts his man's stick. Eddie Chen tosses aside a young forward, brings it right in front of Lucas Jordan just to make sure he's awake. Strong stick there from Eddie, knocked that down. Tries a little touch pass to Maddox, but he's covered. Hammers it up the glass. We're a little out of sync right now, but good body by Sorensen there. That's Packard hustling back, forcing the clear in. Eddie hacks it up right to the Silver Eagles player, however. Heavy hit there on O'Donnell. Eddie sees Maddox, misplayed though, and ends up right on the defender's stick. Maddox will wisely clear that and settle this thing down. Well, Eddie Chen saw it. He had Maddox. Maddox had about a 20-foot head start and a wide open lane. Eddie saw it, went for it, but it caught the heel of the stick, Bradley.
Yeah, I don't think he got everything on his pass on that one, right out to the Eagles' point, the Silver Eagles' point.
Yep. All right, well, let's see. We got Packard, Scott, Politi, and Jackson King with Fisher this time. Politi closest man to it. Forces a errant pass up the boards. Now he has it, throws it deep. Here comes Packard heavy into the corner. Working his way around, tries to stuff it. He's poking at it. I don't mind that. Let's just keep getting that puck to the net. Poke one through. We'll break the dam here at some point. Lucas Scott getting an earful. I didn't see what Coach was hooting about. Did you?
Something about maybe not going too hard to the net.
Yeah. So when you have three guys on the rush, you know, you got to kind of quickly identify one guy to just break hard to the net, create a triangle and pull the defenders with you. I'm guessing Coach felt like that was Lucas's job on that play. It's early, a lot of good coaching going on. We'll say when Coach is hollering, it's never derogatory. It's usually good, valuable instruction. It's just delivered with some authority.
Education, right?
It is. It is. It's not
a little like
never anything personal. It's just.
We saw it over the flyby. We saw it over the not getting back on D early enough by one. So that on an attack side. So it's been.
Hockey's not all you know, cupcakes in the locker room after birthdays. You know what I mean? It's good. That's what's going to make this team progress and be better in the end. And these boys soak it up and they learn, and it's going to be evident pretty quickly. Nice feedback. Good job by O'Donnell. Green battles. Jenkins comes in to help. Green still battling. Finds Dawson Charles for a shot just wide. Dawson finds Jenkins. He tries to angle out his man and get a shot, and we, I believe, are going to get our first power play here.
Yeah, I think that's on 1-7 there.
Elbow on 17 White. Bradley, I'm going to defer to you on who that might be.
If I know this one.
So we're going to bring out what looks to be PP1 here in the early going. Maddox, Dawson, Drew Jenkins, Ronan Hirschfield, Hoyt Sorensen. Draw to the goalie's right, which means a left-handed shot. Hirschfield will have the advantage and try to win that draw back to Jenkins. He wins it. Maddox has it. Tried a quick feed to the net front. We had 2 blue jerseys down there. I like the idea, but it caught some stick. Heavy pressure from Silver Eagles. Jenkins has some room. Fakes, buys time. Good job skating it, getting puck possession. Good feed across. That puck explodes a little bit on Dawson, so he's going to regroup. Now we got it set up. Everybody's in their positions here. Maddox over to Sorensen, back to Maddox. He looks for Jenkins. Jenkins fires one. Rebound gets over to Sorensen. He does a nice job of faking and maintaining possession. Dawson, right off the foot of Hirschfield and in.
Just throw it at the net, it hit an angle.
It was, I'll give him a little more credit than that. Hirschfield had established very good position. Dawson had all kinds of room to look at what he was seeing. And
it's ice make time, Hank.
Ice make time, but that puck, well, we check the replay, but that Dawson was probably going for Ronan's stick there, but went off his, I believe, the toe of his skating in, but one way or another, you know, you get a 2-on-1 down low like that, no reason to kick the puck back out. You tack the cage and good things happen, but probably a frustrating turn of events for the Silver Eagles, who laid down a pretty good effort, in particular their goalie.
Coming into this game today, Hank, the Silver Eagles are undefeated in this tournament. They have not had a loss.
They have some size.
They skated to 3 ties and 1 win in the quarterfinal yesterday against the Raiders. So, as we know, that's a tough club. We had a 4-3 loss to them on Thursday. It's one of our rivals. And Heritage hung in there and beat them last night, 1-0.
Well, that tells me the goaltending we're seeing so far is not a fluke.
Yeah.
These guys are going to.
I think they're playing in front of a very solid tender. So
they're probably going to look to play that style of a game this year. If you're playing to the strength of your team, they've got some size, and they've got a steady goalie, and they've got a coaching staff that can recognize strengths and figure out what they're doing. So they'll be trying to keep pucks wide and muck up games and rely on their goalie and see if they can, bend, don't break, and capitalize on their chances.
Yeah.
All right, well,
we'll be
halftime, Zamboni, take a break. Well, the Zam's done, and we're back. This is Hank Jenkins alongside Bradley Scott for the second half of the semifinal Twisted Wrister game between the blue jersey Screaming Eagles and the white jersey Eagles, which we will call either white or Silver Eagles. Got a couple of call-ups today that are getting decent minutes here. Gabe Fisher, 10th grader, brother of Elijah Fisher. He's number 27, playing some center here today. And then skating on his wing, number 25, Carson Deep. And here comes the Hirschfield line to start the second half of the game with Eddie Chen, Jackson King. That puck's won back to Chen. Thrown over to King. He looks cross ice. Great feed to Sorensen. He steps around the ref, uses him as a screen, and fires one on net. Never a bad play. Hirschfield tries to wrap around with that long stick of his, and the puck just squirted away on him. Good idea, though. Looks like Sorensen got the message from the first half of the game, because he came flying back and delivered a great body check to number 15 in white. So we hustle back when we play for Coach Gwozdecki, and message received. That was a nice play there.
Ronan was expecting the slick, freshly made ice on that wraparound.
Yeah, exactly. The puck went pretty quick on him. So we got the Jenkins line. Oh, that puck's loose in front.
Good work by the D to help clear that out.
And then Lucas recovers, gets back in good position. Dawson Charles harassing the D-man, who has it bounce over his stick out of the zone. Landon Green now in pursuit. They're kind of trying to buzz and get possession here. Puck's thrown in on Jordan. Taps it to Fisher. Fisher buys some time, a little spin move. Good puck protection there. Draws several defenders, leaves it for Donaldson. That was an example of a play where the more they play together, Donaldson will be right there and collect that puck a little sooner. But here comes Fisher. He's got a look. He's got Landon Green. He takes it wide. Throws on the brakes. Puck protects. Takes some body. Puck's back to Fisher. That's on net. Jenkins there, but the goalie handles it. Buzzes the tower for good measure, but goalie steady on that cover-up. Well, yesterday's game, you came out of the halftime, and there were puddles everywhere, and you could see the puck sticking.
Yeah, it looks set up today.
Well, it's a morning game. The rink hasn't heated up yet. Still pretty hot outside here in Littleton. Maddox, nice little drop. Hirschfield stuffing, jamming, taking shots, pushing the goalie, pushing the pile, giving an earful. Fiery player, Hirschfield. Talented player, big kid.
He's going to the box for that.
Yeah, he's going to take them both.
Yeah, okay.
A little too much business. I don't mind that as long as they both go.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ronan, he's a tall glass of water. You see him off the ice. He's pretty lean and thin, but man, he delivers a boom out there. He is one of those country strong, wiry, tall guys.
They're playing 5-on-5, yes.
Yep, 5-on-5. Jenkins going to jump out to center these guys now. Mackinnon throws it deep. Sorensen, little shimmy, little fake. Works it back down low. He's trying to play a little two-man game in the corner with Jenkins. Jenkins now has it. Looks for Maddox, almost gets it there. Donald winds up, it's blocked, but it goes right to Charles. Flips it to Sorensen. He walks, that shot's blocked. Pursues his own shot though, and is continuing to wreak some havoc in the O-zone. Maddox chips it down. Jenkins going to be closest man to it. He's going to go take that puck away. He's walking, he's got space. He hits Charles for a one-timer. Just missed 5-hole with that one. Mackinnon steps down, keeps possession of the puck. Jenkins walking around, puck protects, continues to step around. O'Donnell, another shot blocked, right to the corner, but Screaming Eagles first to it. Jenkins tries to work it around to Maddox. He squashes a guy. That's part of his new look physical play.
Nice to see him take the body before the puck.
That's been a noticeable addition to his game this season. He's put on a lot of muscle this summer. These boys are wheeling right now. Let's see if we can capitalize. Up, Maddox had it scored away from him, but that's not far enough for the Silver Eagles to get a change. And Charles walks through 2 men, rips it far side past the glove of the goalie.
He just came to the neutral zone to reset on that little mishandle over there and made up for it.
He was just annoyed that he lost his handle, so he decided to go score.
That's exactly what happened there. He's like, man, I shouldn't have let that puck slide out like that, so I'll just take it back in and do something here.
We've been around hockey long enough, Bradley, to know that there are some kids that play at a high level, but they always keep an even higher level in their back pocket for when it's needed. And he took advantage of the time and space. And that group of players on the Silver Eagles had been out defending for well over a minute with a great pressure from Sorensen and Jenkins and the 2 defensemen. The puck's cleared down. That bounces past Politi. He's out there with Lucas Scott. That puck's kept in. Oh, they're going to say it's offside.
I saw the white.
Yep.
Jackson stopped it at the line, but just that little bit of hesitation. It was still moving towards the blade of his stick and came out.
Yep. Well, Lucas looks fast this year, Bradley. I don't know if you've been, making him walk home from the rink all summer or whatever, but he's got the wheels going this year, and he's had a nice goal out of the gates Saturday morning, I guess, right? Against Pooter.
Exactly.
Good shot there. Okay, so here's
Gabe Fisher and Carson Deep and Max Sitter on this line.
So he's pushed Max over to wing and put Gabe at his natural position. He's a big, strong kid. You want to continue to develop him at center just due to that size and strength. It's going to help you out in your own zone. It's going to help you win faceoffs. So Sutter will play wing, see if that can accentuate some of his speed and skill. Deep working back, good hustle to get back. Jackson King in battles, chips it ahead to the point, but there's another shot from the point. That's a little somewhat from behind.
Yeah, he's got his arm up over there.
He does, okay. Yeah, Chen's going to go.
Yeah, he's going to go for boarding or roughing. Yeah, roughing, good.
I wouldn't rule that a terribly dangerous play. The man was quite close to the boards, but, it's one of those ones where on a squirter peewee team, you have a little stop sign on the back of the jersey, and Eddie would have been able to see that stop sign on that one. So.
There again, I think that was a little bit like Jenkins' penalty where the size difference there doesn't take too much. These bigger, stronger boys.
He's a foot from the boards. It's not dangerous. It's not nasty. He's just going in being physical. Unfortunately, smaller player, and it was from behind, and they've got to call that. So they did.
Great move by Jack there to clear that.
All right, Jenkins out, pressuring. Got Fisher behind him. Maddox Charles. And Mackinnon. Good stick there by Fish. Tries to force it up and can't. But that's going to wind up on the Screaming Eagle stick. Mackinnon looking for a way to get it out of the zone. Fish battles, and he puts Jenkins in a foot race. He digs down deep, gathers the puck, tries to go short side high. I think Jenkins just drew a penalty. He did. So Jenkins wins that foot race, rips a shot. Looks like it got up on the cage. And Jenkins takes a stick high to the chin. And so
I think the goaltender, did the puck hit him on that shot?
Yeah, the puck caught him right in the face. And Drew was trying to go top right corner, and the goalie was down. And anyhow, puck somehow got through his mask or off his mask. So he's gonna take a break to mop up here. He's a hockey player.
Goaltenders are the one position that does get some different treatment when it comes to injuries and equipment malfunctions and things like that, where they get official timeouts over it.
It's not supposed to happen, though. I mean, he got some pace on that, but I mean, he was 3 feet away with a man draped on him. That's something to do with his face mask.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of a collision there between the goalie, the defenseman, Drew.
Is he holding his nose? Maybe bloody nose?
Yeah. sometimes your cage in hockey will kind of get pushed sideways or up, and it'll drive its way up into the bridge of your nose. And I've actually broke a nose that way.
Had a full cage on?
I had a bubble on, a full cage. Took a pretty heavy shot to the face, and actually the helmet actually forced down across the top of my nose rather than up. But broken nose and a bunch of stitches. It does happen. I mean, you keep your chin strapped tight, but there's a lot of force out there on the ice. So we're going to play 4-on-4 here for minute 17.
All that gear has some forgiveness in it that you still feel the puck through it. I've had some shots playing D where they hit you in the shins and drop you. You know, that plastic only does so much.
Yeah, the puck's a hard object for sure. It's dense.
I like to say it was a shot from Pierre Turgeon that I thought it broke my leg. And somebody told me that was a good one, that I took a shot from one of the hardest shots in the NHL. So not that I was playing in the NHL.
No,
I was playing in a beer league, and he just happened to be in that same beer league. As
I'd say the stork is not, when you do the stork and you lift the one leg and let the shot go through, that is not frowned upon in men's league. It's encouraged and it's the right play. So you got to work on your stork game, Bradley.
I'm one of those proof that all leagues lead the beer league.
Looks like he's going to go. We're going to get a new goalie here. Bloody Nose is not letting up, apparently, and that's too bad. He was having a game for himself there, 35.
Yeah,
who's that kid?
Easton Jones.
Easton Jones,
yeah,
the former Littleton guy.
Yeah,
he's a big kid. He looks disappointed to be out.
You got to believe, being undefeated in this tournament, that they were playing in front of a really strong goaltender the whole time, right? So.
Their backup goalie's not any small. I don't know if he's their backup, but he's not any smaller. Goalie number 2. That's Maddox with it. Tries to connect to Jenkins. Nicely angled off there by 23 in white. They regroup.
So we have in net now number 31.
We're going to get a fresh.
His name is Andrew Larson. I'm not familiar with Andrew Larson.
Oh, Andrew Larson. I haven't heard that name. Fresh 4 out. Donaldson, Elijah Fisher, Hirschfield, and Sorensen. Hirschfield tries to win it to himself, sort of does, but has it taken away. Shot attempt off the backhand high. Good job by Fish to see Hirschfield in space. He's got speed, he's got Sorensen. He rips one top shelf. That's how you test out a new goalie right there. Comes in, top of the circle, pulls it back, cocks the gun, and fires top right. Nothing he could do there. That'll make it 3-0 Screaming Eagles. Good look by Fisher, huh, Bradley?
That was great to see him make that pass over.
That's a play there where you don't make the good pass and the player loses his speed. That thing was right on Ronan's stick. He didn't miss a stride. Came in with some pace.
Catches the goalie a little bit off guard because the puck's outside and suddenly the shot's on the net.
Well, he came in with speed and he cut east-west, and then he used his long reach to pull it in and fire. Gets the goalie leaning to his right and shoots it back over his left shoulder.
They just did a reset on that face-off because the Silver Eagles are still on a penalty kill situation.
Actually, it's 4-on-4, yeah.
Yeah, and they had 5 men on the ice.
So in 27 seconds, the Screaming Eagles will have a brief power play. Packard battling, Lucas Scott out there. Good to see Coach trust in some of his elder statesmen here in this 4-on-4 situation. Give them a chance to go make some plays in space. Jackson King off a nice feed from Lucas Scott. Good hard shot.
It's good to see Lucas get the shot off, pick up his rebound, and set King up with a pass that Jackson got a shot off.
Heads up using that point. Good effort there by Packard and Scott.
Coach getting some players out there to be ready for the power play, so he's sending out 4 of the 5 power play unit. The 5th man will jump on for, well, Drew will be out of the box and on the ice is what we're going to see here. Oh, Chen, I'm sorry. I saw the 4.
Jenkins has the puck over to Maddox. Sorensen now joins them in his usual spot. Maddox given all kinds of room to walk down and shoot. That was not how the coaches would have drawn it up. And again,
there it is.
Can't give it to him twice.
Hirschfield with a great screen in front of that goaltender. Whole left side, right side of the goaltender was open, and Maddox saw it and threw it in there.
This power play is starting to come together, and it's going to be filthy. I mean, you got a kid the size and skill of Hirschfield buttoning down the front of the net, and you've got experienced players like Jenkins and Charles.
2 Charleses, both of them. You know, that's
in particular, Maddox and Drew, who have, a year.
21, 22, 23, 3 former AAA players.
Yep.
Hirschfield and Jenkins. I mean, it doesn't get much stronger than that.
Got a year
in high school hockey.
Got a year plus of 60 plus games of power play together. Expect it to start to work. Fisher digs it out, finds Sutter. Nice job sidestepping his man. Looks to make the pass, but gets jumped from behind. And that puck's thrown in. Max Sutter on the hunt. Eddie Chen with it. Chips it a little too hard to himself. Ends up on the white stick. Chen circles the cage. Tries to hit Sutter. They can't make that connection. Jackson King looks up, sees deep, but can't get it through.
Silver Eagles not giving up. They're skating hard right now.
They are.
Well, that's going to be a hook.
Hook
on our
on
player.
Fisher, or
might be deep.
Deep.
He was in that vicinity.
One of those 3 guys. I didn't see.
Yeah,
much,
we had 3-on-1 over there, so it looks like deep. Maybe heading that way.
All right. Well,
no. Eddie Chen again.
Big Eddie.
Wait a minute. 2-5. Yep, he's at 2-5.
It is deep. Eddie says, "Not me." Kept going to the bench.
I think they were all playing innocent until the ref called out who they were calling.
So here we go. We got Donaldson, Fisher. It's going to be, Coach always likes to send out the big lefty shot to take the draw in this corner. It's the other corner, you'd probably see Jenkins. And his strategy pays off as Ronan easily wins the draw back to an awaiting Elijah Fisher, who hammers it out. Going to leave Ronan out there. Last time he swapped him out. Ronan fully capable of killing a penalty here. Good stick there by Hirschfield on cue. Good job by Donaldson to take a look at what he has and get it up ice. Maddox Charles going to go on the hunt. See if he can create some problems, and he does. Forces a regroup, buys another 10-15 seconds. Now Hirschfield's going to go challenge. Takes a swipe at it. Puck's dumped in. Should have time to clear this puck out. Fisher going to be closest man to it. He hopefully can poke it by. Nope, good pinch by the white team there.
That's hard when the puck's on the board on your backhand side to get anything on that. It's an art to get your blade in between the board and that puck and move it.
I like to see Donaldson and the young goalie communicate and have that puck go out the other side where there weren't any white jerseys. It's going to be lots of growth in this tournament. It'll be good. Fisher hot in pursuit, using his speed and length to cause problems. Well, that'll do it, Bradley. And one of those situations where I kind of had the feeling once we got on the board, the dam might break a little bit. And, obviously a bad break for the Silver Eagles, losing their starting netminder to some leakage, some facial leakage. He's still leaking.
Yeah, he's still holding the cloth on his face, and
he's working his way back to the locker room.
So I kind of thought maybe they were just going to, we had that incident in our first game, right, where our goaltender lost the blade, and we had to bring in the backup for 3 or 4 minutes while the blade got reinstalled, and then they switched back out. So I kind of thought we'd see that this goaltender was just going to come in to cover until the bleeding stopped, but looks like they got some trainers over there.
I was going to say, are there trainers on staff here? I mean, I would expect you could just shove a little cotton in those nostrils and keep cranking if you want.
They're down in the
want
corner
to, but
there.
if it's bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, you can't send them back out.
And the other thing too, Hank, that's kind of hard to tell from this distance. He could be holding a tooth. Like maybe it's a little more than a bloody nose.
Right.
Like a tooth. We had Danny Galushko last year out in Culver when he took a skate to the jaw under his helmet, right, and knocked the tooth loose, and they were worried about possible fractured jaw. And so
I'd be interested
like I said,
to see if it was, you know, obviously some inadvertent contact. Nobody's going down trying to whack somebody in the face, but
Hank was talking about that strategy of who takes the face off on which side, and sometimes I know when people are watching their kids play or their grandkids play, it's like, well, he just went out. Why is he being pulled off already? And
well,
some of that is you got to have the correct-handed person on the sides of the net in your zone so that they don't pull the puck back at your goaltender.
I would say Jenkins wins over 75% of the draws where he's trying to pull it on his backhand, and maybe 50 to 60% when he's on his forehand. Hirschfield probably in the same neighborhood, 70% or more, when that puck is on his backhand and he's pulling it back. So when you're trying to kill a penalty, you want to have the correct shot out there. Pull it back to your D-man for a quick icing.
Away from your net.
Yes, sir. I'd like to see Jenkins press a little harder on that.
Oh, that was a good knockdown by Landon.
Steps around one man. He's got some room to maneuver here. He's circling. Takes it back, penalty's up. Gives it to O'Donnell, gets it back. Now he's got some space to operate. He's got deep with him, works it to the cage. Mackinnon skating back, Landon Green playing some D.
Nice.
Dangerous chance there. Man cuts east-west, gets the goalie moving side to side, but Lucas Jordan rather casually and easily blocks it right up into the net. I don't say casual in that he wasn't trying. He just it was not a tall task for him. Just angled that thing up into the net. Able to finish up, get some fresh bodies out there. That's Gabe Fisher on the draw, wins it to Jackson King. Eddie Chen takes a body, tries to keep it moving along to deep. Puck bounces onto the stick of a Silver Eagle. Eddie Chen knocks that shot down. Jackson King's got a man streaking that's deep, sees him, almost gets it there. Deep throws it in. Gabe Fisher gonna be on his horse. Go try to cause some problems. Sutter, nice job winning that. There it is.
Deep with his first goal. He's had a few in this tournament on the McCarr division team, and now he gets his first one on the Mackinnon division team right there. With a great shot.
That is what you want to see out of your younger fourth line right there. Simple play, puck's worked in deep. Gabe Fisher flies in there, gets the initial hit. Then he gets joined by Sutter, who pulls the puck out of the pile, steps around one man, lays it right out in front to Deep, who buries it low on the far side. That's got to feel good. Getting your first chance up with the Mackinnon Tier 1 club here, and now we got Lucas Scott powering through, looks to feed the front, nobody there. Politi, good job on the back check there. Hits Packard, he circles, has his head up, leaves for King. Screaming Eagles spread the ice nicely. Politi works it back again. They're just biding their time till they see an opportunity to move up together. A lot of space now, they spread the ice great. Jackson King's gonna throw one on. Good pad pass there. Politi almost has a chance to bury. Lucas chips it in nicely. Packard steps around, lets one go. That shot's blocked. Gutsy play by 17. Packard stays with it, chases down his own rebound. He's got Politi there to help. Lucas Scott goes for a change. Landon Green replaces. Now he's the closest man to it. Silver Eagles work it up. Jackson King, nice job holding the line. Here comes Green. He's got Jenkins 2-on-2. Nice little nifty move, and he roofs it. What a pair of hands for Landon Green.
He's got great hands, sees the ice so well.
That was the David Pasternak there. He dangled it wire, real wide. wide on your forehand, lull the man to sleep, tuck it back in either through the feet or real close to your feet, get it on your backhand, quick back to your forehand, top right, 6-0, Screaming Eagles.
Through it, Hank, it is a run clock now. 4 goal in the third period was the differential, and we came into this period with 5. So from the moment the puck dropped at 17 minutes in the third, the clock has been running.
Normally you want to see more hockey this time of year, give your club a chance to work out the kinks, but probably safe to say at this point we're going to be playing again in a few hours. And
1 o'clock, currently Wyoming up in the other semi going on right now.
Whoever comes out of that game, it'll be a tall task.
It'll be a rematch for the Screaming
Pooter.
Eagles.
Yeah, Pooter beat us 4-1, and we tied Wyoming 1-1. There comes another nifty play. Dawson,
Green
Charles to Green.
Back-to-backs there.
Green down low. He's digging hard. Jenkins comes in, picks it up, thinks about a Michigan, puts it back in his pocket, goes to Donaldson, gets it back, walks to the middle. He's met with some pressure. Good job shielding. Just pulled it across the blue line. Dangerous part of the ice to be fooling around with the puck too much, but he's got that big body, spreads out, and usually pretty good at keeping possession.
That little bit of stick handling on that blue line becomes dangerous. You're talking in a small area.
Dangerous place to turn a puck over too. Nice win there by Packard. Mackinnon sidesteps pressure. He's looking, fires a laser. Puck's handled by the goalie. Number 7 sneaks behind the D-man. Lucas Jordan sees it into his glove all day long right there.
I think Lucas Jordan's got a pretty quick glove hand by what I've seen out of him so far, so that's going to be a hard side to beat him on.
He does. Similar to
Easton Sparks.
Similar to
the
Sparks,
Raiders.
and also had a breakaway earlier in this tournament, and again smothered it with a glove just like that one. But learning opportunity, no harm, no foul. But the young D need to come together and recognize when they got a leaker. Lucas Scott going to step in, take the draw. Scott, Packard, Politi. That's Politi with the puck. He turns it, lifts it up to Packard, bounces over his stick. Back comes Silver Eagles. Good back check. Mackinnon feeds Packard. He tries to put it on Politi's stick, but that's intercepted. O'Donnell goes back to retrieve. Little left-right. Nice fake there to buy time. Puck gets by Packard to the point. Puck's loose in a dangerous part of town.
I must say a stanchion.
Here comes Politi 1-on-2. Wisely pulls up, throws it in, buys time for the change. Here comes the Hirschfield line. Eddie Chen has it bounce over his stick. Jordan leaves it for Jackson King, draws a man, then finds Chen. Hirschfield gets ridden off, but he's strong. Skates right by. A lot of real estate, tries the inside out. Dangerous looking little shot there.
Yeah. I think he was going for the bank shot.
Yeah, he might have had a look at it. Sorensen escapes one man, walks to the front of the net. He tries to stuff Arito. Sorensen again. Points are covered, so he wisely keeps it down low. Nice job finishing a check there in front of the Silver Eagles bench by Sorensen. Here comes Maddox. He uses the glass, trying to hit Hirschfield in stride. Hirschfield offside. Maddox sees it.
Well, I thought Maddox made the turn in time to not go in. But, oh, no, there's a penalty on the call.
Yeah, so Ronan got cross-checked. He ends up on his belly in the O-zone, so forced Maddox to pull up, but ultimately whistle blows, and the Silver Eagles player will go to the box for a cross-check.
I thought the linesman blew that off for a second because of Ronan laying inside the zone there. But
you get 4 officials. You're going to get the offsides and the cross check. Lucas Scott takes the draw, wins it in the direction of Fisher, throws it down into Sutter's corner. Max Sutter, nice job protecting. Leaves it for Scott. Bounces over his stick, but he recovers. Sets it out top for Green. He walks the line. Got to get a little more motion going, boys, whether it's the puck or your feet. Let's keep this thing moving around a little. Chen, Fisher. He pinches down towards the goal. Looks for Sutter on back door and then elects to shoot. Green walks. Nothing doing. Chen. Fisher's got good position and some room. He's looking up high again. Throws it down for Scott. He sets up in Gretzky's office. Good sauce out to Green, down hard to Sutter. Puck's moving now. Chen forces one. Scott handles one in the bumper position, then gets tossed hard by 26. Fisher enters the zone. He pulls up, takes a hit, maintains possession. Chen, Green's gonna wind up and fire. Got the goalie in the midsection. Sutter moving to come back and help. Here comes Fish, he'll wind up. He hits Sutter, he's got Scott as well. Sutter takes a rip, looks to go far side, but the netminder's able to squeeze that right arm down and close the hole that he was looking at. And 18 seconds to go, running clocks in the power play. 6:20 to go in the third, 6-0 blue team.
Got a few opportunities on that power play. Nothing capitalized.
Got Fisher on the draw with Carson Deep, who filling the stat sheet today with a goal and I think a penalty. Yep. And then Gabe Fisher works it in deep. That's Politi jumping out on this line. Loses the stick. He'll have to go get that. Mackinnon has it squeezed by him, but another confident puck play by Lucas Jordan. Works it to the corner and it gets out of the zone. Deep in pressure. Jackson King stands up his man at the line. Puck's in the ref's pants, the bench, somebody's pants.
Yeah, they don't know where it is. There it is. Coach Veeds has it.
Yeah, okay. Coach Wiedemann.
Must have popped up and over the wall over there, Hank. You didn't even see it.
He must have fielded that clean, too. I mean, he didn't have time to bend down to pick that up. He's got agility. Man was a professional athlete. Not at all surprised. Think he caught it through his pocket, or do you think he actually had to take his hand out?
He probably pulled his hand out, caught it, put it back in his pocket, waiting for somebody to realize where it went.
Rolled a few more, in smart coaching fashion, let a few more seconds tick off the clock before he showed everybody he had it. Yeah. He did not do that, for the record. He's above that sort of thing. Dawson Charles in pursuit. Puck's tossed around. Packard pressures heavy. Landing Green on the back check. Donaldson works his man wide nicely. Runs him off into the end boards. Green has it, looks, sidesteps. Good feed to the white team. I saw what Landon saw. He had Dawson trying to get out of the zone, but that was a confidence. It was a very confident young man. And in that case, a slight backfire, but 6-0 will live. That'll just be another good coaching moment. Yep. I love, though,
that's one for the game tape review, not in the moment. It wasn't critical.
You watch Green, every time the puck's on his stick, his head is up, and he's looking for the right play. And he saw a play, he just didn't see the defender.
A great save there by Lucas Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Right off the face-off, the defenseman got a big shot.
Gabe Fisher, Max Sutter, and my man Deep. Aforementioned goal and a penalty. Nice debut. Fisher showing off his length and speed. Puck fed down deep by Deep. Fisher with it. He gets his feet swept out from under him. Back comes the Silver Eagles. Donaldson takes his man to the corner, picks up the puck, tosses it up to Fisher, who hadn't made it all the way back. Looks to be kind of in a wing position right now. Deep, Good tape-to-tape pass with Sutter. He's got a 1-on-5. Let's see what he can do. Wisely elects a shot, never a bad play. Gonna either get a ozone face-off. Oh, nice look from Maddox Charles to Sorensen. Sorensen's got somebody hanging on his feet. Oh, good anticipation by Hirschfield. Slides it to Maddox Charles, but gets through his feet. Maddox goes and collects. Tries to hit Sorensen in front. O'Donnell confidently pinches. Works it back down low. Hand delivered to Sorensen. Steps around one man. Takes a real high check there from 14. Lets him know thanks. Keep the change. Go to the box, and we're going to win 6-0. 2:15 to go. Clock's running.
It's good to see the head on his shoulders to not retaliate in that moment and get one himself for shoving the player down for the hit. See that happen a lot.
Yes, sir.
Especially in the early season when they haven't figured out that kind of stuff's not tolerated.
Yeah, it's a growth. It's a growth. I saw, Drew came out pretty hot-headed in the first couple games, and against Wyoming, he drew some penalties, just letting it go. That's how you have to play. I mean, you want to win on the scoreboard, bottom line. And anytime you lose your cool and retaliate, end up in the box, you've cost your team. Jordan with it. Good job sending around to Mackinnon, up to Scott with a nice backhand feed to Connor Politi in stride. He walks and fires, like the shot mentality.
Nice to see Connor score on that one.
Hey, good to see the tape-to-tape passing.
Yeah.
That was missing the first couple games, but it's coming along as we expected. Starting to play a cleaner brand here. Younger guys getting used to the additional speed and physicality.
It's always a challenge with knowing your line mates what hand they are too, which side to put that pass to, so that you're hitting their forehand.
Yep, Fisher wins that draw. Sutter backhands it on, goalie's up to it. Down to a minute.
1 minute remaining.
And a power play still for most of that minute. Sutter, deep, Sutter. Chris crosses, gets it up to Donaldson. He tries to walk around his man. Like to see Deep slide up and give him an outlet so he doesn't have to try to stick handle by somebody. That'll get learned here as we go. Jackson King off a nice feed cross ice from Donaldson. Deep, good job recovering. King with it now. Notice Bradley's younger group, they're just a little stagnant. You just got to kind of move and puck support a little bit more. The puck's moving well. They know roughly where to be, and obviously haven't had a lot of time working together. That's a nice job by Sutter to start moving it. Now there's some good puck movement going on between King and Sutter and Deep. That's going to ultimately pull the D out of position, and it results in a nice shot from Deep. And that'll do it.
All right. 6-0.
All right. Started off a grind, but dam broke, and the Screaming Eagles were able to get a running clock and save some legs, and they're going to have a battle on their hands this afternoon. That Wyoming team is big, physical,
on that game
nasty,
here, Hank,
fast.
and see what's going on next door. It's Wyoming 2-0.
I would anticipate Wyoming they have the speed, physicality, and they're pretty buttoned up defensively, whereas the Pooters a smaller, faster team, and obviously Wyoming, I'm going to guess, has been able to use their physicality and size to take Pooter out of their skating game and grind out a 2-0 lead there. So,
Hank, I'm going to give a shout out to Brad and Susan Jenkins out in Boston area watching this game, and I know we have the uncle of Jackson King. He's been tuned in watching the whole time, gave us a heads up on both Brad Jenkins and Stephanie King's brother, giving us heads up on the audio video glitches we were having. So always appreciate the input from the stream audience.
So. All right,
we will
boys.
see you all at 1 o'clock
Mountain
Time today for the championship game. And it will be streamed here on Shaw Hockey Productions, which on YouTube you can subscribe to the Shaw Hockey Productions channel, and you will always know what games are coming up and go back and watch replays of your players' favorite moments.
Well, thank you for that, Bradley. For Bradley Scott, Hank Jenkins, and the Screaming Eagles network here on Shaw Productions. We'll see you at 1 o'clock. Yep, I'm here. I'll see you then. Yeah, I think everything's over.